Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Valentine Lister, and this is my series on the minor arcana for the suit of Pentacles. And today we're going to be covering the Eight of Pentacles. So we're going to get into everything you need to know about this card, including which major arcana cards rule this minor arcana card, the astrology of the card, which is tied into the rulers of the card. We're going to go into the secret symbolism of the card, including numerology, as well as learning the upright and the reverse meanings. So you're going to get to know this card really well so you don't confuse it with the other cards. They don't just fuse into one another. You really understand it. So when you pull it, you know what's happening, you know what's going on. And just a quick intro, if you don't know me, my name again is Valentine Lister. I'm a professional astrologer and tarot card reader. And on this YouTube channel, I love to share about astrology, tarot. I do some forecasting every week. I do a weekly forecast. And I also do as well videos on spirituality, like spiritual practices that I use, that I really love, that I think you guys need to know about. If you want to know a little bit more about me, you can go to my website, valentinelister.com. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this card. Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. So I gave this card a little nickname to help you to get to know it, introduce you to it, and I like to call this card Focused Work. Okay, we're going to get into the rulers of the card, which ties into the astrology. So the Eight of Pentacles is associated with the sun in Virgo. So you can kind of think of this like as the god or goddess of one card is in the home or the domicile of the other card. Like the Hermit, it's a place, it's a feeling, it's a culture, and the sun has to fit in the Hermit's territory. So that's a little bit of a variation of what I've told you guys in the past, where you have the god or goddess in a costume of the other zodiac sign. So you can think of it however is helpful for you. And again, so the sun card is associated with the sun. The Hermit is associated with the zodiac sign of Virgo. So Eight of Pentacles, sun in Virgo. This is the Eight of Pentacles is the face of the first decan of Virgo, so the first 10 degrees. Now, put your pen and paper down. Don't write this down. I wrote it down for you. It's called the Tarot and Astrology Cheat Sheet. It is an awesome resource that I even use myself. And you can get that by going down into the description box below underneath the timestamps. And I put a link for you there so you can snag it. Okay, the hidden symbolism. So the first thing that really catches my eye with all of these cards, like bringing in the rulers and the main card and what is this? How does this all tie together? Is the bright yellow light. So I really noticed these bright yellow pentacles that this guy, the sun in Virgo, is working on. And so we have the bright yellow sun in the sun card, and we also have the star in the Hermit. And that brings me right to there's kind of a big contrast between the sun and both of these Virgo cards, in that the child right here in the sun, representing the sun, is facing outward, beaming that light out to everyone. And remember, the flowers behind the child are actually reaching towards the child. The child is so bright, the flowers are getting their sun from the soul of this child, who's here I am, I'm amazing, I'm free, and I'm gonna shine my light for all to see. But in the Eight of Pentacles, however, this guy, he's facing downwards and he's focused on the light of this pentacle that he's working on, which is super bright, and he's taking care of it, he's preserving it. And that's very similar to the Hermit, right? Bringing in the Hermit. And the Hermit is staring down at the star. He's got it in a little cage. He's preserving it, protecting it. And that's part of remember I talked about in the Ace of Pentacles, the spiritual practice of earth magic or earthy spirituality, in that people who are connected to plant medicine, or using things like crystals or herbs or even foods, the belief is that those plants or trees or things that are physical in nature have a spirit. Like they have a spirit right there, a life in it that's there to protect and support us. And so we just have to do our due diligence in like taking care of like that, that thing in nature. And that is really what like this hermit card about is about. And that's also how like the sun, like this beautiful life force energy gets expressed through Virgo in the Eight of Pentacles. Um, and so the obviously like the pentacle suit is speaking to that physical realm of life. And here we see like how important that is. So the sun in Virgo is about doing the work to protect the light of the physical world and to learn how things work, to master the craft, to do things in the right way, like just the right way, so you can create magic through the skill of your hands and your mind too, and applying it to something practical in reality, like in their lived reality. And that's so we can use things how they're meant to be used in the right way. So the sun in Virgo has this love of the earth. Remember that the sun represents the heart, right? In traditional astrology, the sun is the heart. And so the sun in Virgo has this pure love of the earth and things that are in the physical realm, and even things we do with the physical body and the body, and wants to learn the magic of using them in the best way possible. So there's like a push to be active and to learn the tools of the trade. And once the task is done, they're probably on to learning something else. And they want to keep their hands and minds busy, busy, busy because they're curious and perhaps a little prone to boredom if there's nothing to do. And then also the other thing is that, the sun in Virgo is not like putting themselves out there like look at me, right? Like the sun card, but rather like they're like look at like what I've done, right? They want like the product of what they do to shine and be beautiful themselves. So they want whatever they're working on to shine and be like the best that they could possibly do. Okay, so getting to the color symbolism, I kind of mentioned the yellow already, and that's the soul, creativity, optimism, and enthusiasm. And then we have brown, very pentacles like. The brown represents grounding, permanence, and practicality. Then we have red. There's some passion here in this sun in Virgo guy. The red represents passion, desire, vitality, and courage. And then light blue here we have this guy here is wearing the colors of serenity, mental clarity, and compassion. Blue is super compassionate color, but protective, okay? Because we have black here. So the black represents power, the unconscious, banishing, and wisdom. So the protecting of the self, kind of maybe like hermit energy, like, hey, I'm trying to do something, like I kind of want to like be left to do my thing here. And then we have white here on the belt. White represents purity, wholeness, and protection. And then we have this beautiful gray sky here representing wisdom, and the mix, which is like the mixing of black and white. Like there's wisdom, um, like somewhere in between. Okay, getting to the numerology of the card, this represents the number 8. 8 is associated, if you like aren't doing Roman numerals, you're looking at an 8. It's an infinity symbol, and it represents abundance, material prosperity, worldly power, and influence. Okay, getting to the upright meaning of this card. If you get it upright, it could mean that you're perfecting a skill, or whoever you're reading for is perfecting a skill. It could mean learning how to do something well, simply for the love of doing it. And also like having a nervous energy that you need to express, or the person needs to express by doing something that helps keep the mind occupied. And so like you're focused on a task, and that helps. So this is a great card for like taking action to do like really intricate, detailed, and skilled work that really occupies your mind. You kind of have to put your full attention on it. It also might mean you're feeling a little antisocial because you want to stay home to work on something, or you just want to focus like on what you're doing. And you're feeling driven to create something that inspires others with its beauty. And I just want to give you an example from my tarot journal. And just like a day I got this card, like I was trying to relax and like not work on like video content, like, or my business. I was just trying to take it easy. I was like, I can take it easy. I have a lot of videos done, but it's like I could not get my mind to rest. I couldn't just not work on anything. And it was like that moment where it was like, I have to work on like my YouTube channel and these videos. There's something about like the busy work of it and coming up with ideas and the whole process that's like really soothing for me. It really soothes my mind, and I need it. Like it's like where I like fuel my energy. I love doing it. And it's also something where I feel like, I'm sharing knowledge that I believe is helpful to people. It's helpful to people to know. And it's kind of like that nurturing, like I feel this like drive to do it. So it's that is a very Sun in Virgo type energy. I don't have the Sun in Virgo, I have Mars in Virgo, but it's kind of that energy of like I have to be doing something to keep my mind busy, and like a skill, like something that I love. And so also just bringing up that tarot journal, I just want to remind you guys, if you haven't heard me like go off on a tangent about this, creating a tarot journal, creating a journal is the best way to learn these tarot cards. And even when you get into astrology or learning transits, is the best way. Like just keep a journal, like write down the card you pull, write down what happened and like what's going on for you, and you'll get the meanings of these cards a lot better than me just telling you about what it means. And I do have a video on that, so I'm going to link that, like how to get started, and my experience. I'll put that up here on the right, and like I really recommend that you guys do this. Okay, so the reversed meaning of this card. So if you get this card reversed, in general it means the energy is being blocked or avoided. For this card, it usually means you're going to be doing less like hermiting and like more socializing. So like this card upright is kind of like you're off doing things by yourself, but if you get it reversed, you might be getting interrupted constantly in your work. It can be frustrating, but it's okay. Like if you actually embrace those interruptions, you'll end up like doing something with others that you really love, and also kind of like relax, and like it's an opportunity to relax. Like you don't have to think, you don't have to do things perfectly. You can relax more and just like share the joy of doing things with others. Like like say like my kid interrupts me, it's because they want to learn how to do something with their homework and I get to teach them something. Or like like during Christmas, like Christmas season, like I just like took time off from work and I like made Christmas cookies with my kids. So it's still using a skill or a craft, but it was like let's just do something like for fun and not worry about like the perfection of it, or like like not worrying too much about being productive. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video on the Eight of Pentacles. And this is just a quick reminder that if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for whenever I release a new video. Also, make sure that if you found value in this video, you really liked it, thought it was really good, make sure to share it out to other people, so they can learn about this tarot card and like the awesome things about it. Okay, and if you want to catch up on the videos that I've already done for this series, I'm going to put a playlist right here. The Pentacles are my last videos on the cards, so I've covered most of them. And also I'll put a video up here that I think you guys will like. All right, love you guys so much. Take care, bye. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for whenever I release a new video every single week.